Hey guys, what's up? DL here. Today we're making a quick video replacing the bands on the LG G watch and the Samsung Gear Live. Now for this, you're only going to need a tiny little screwdriver with a flat head. Now it doesn't have to be this tiny, but the smaller the better because you don't want to scratch anything. Now we're going to start off here with the Gear Live, and for this we don't really need the screwdriver because this has a special way of taking off these bands, or the bands have a special way of taking off. So all you have to do right here is there's some little kind of levers, and let me get that closer so you can see, and you just basically pull those back and it will release the mechanism and they come off extremely easy. And there we go, that's that. Alright, and now for the LG G watch, you're actually going to need the little screwdriver, and this is because you want to basically do what the mechanism on this watch band does with this little screwdriver. So if we pull away here the strap so that you can see the actual rod that goes right through there, there's little rings on here that you actually want to grab with the screwdriver, and I'm going to try to do this here on camera. And yeah, you basically want to grab those and pull them back so that it pulls it out and it just gets released like so, and that's just going to come out like that. And then you want to do the same exact thing on the other side. So we open that right there, we push that back, and you really want to take it slow. I can't really see, so I'm trying hard to get it, but what you can see, you just want to take it slow and make sure you don't scratch any part of the watch. Alright, so now that we've taken off the watch bands, we can actually interchange them and use the Gear Live bands on the LG G watch and vice versa. So we're going to start off here with the LG G watch, and we're going to put the Gear Live bands on here. Now, as I said, what's cool about these is that you can actually just use a little mechanism to put them on without having to use a screwdriver. And we just pull this back and it's on. So you can see it's extremely easy to do. And we can just do the same thing with the other one here. Bear with me 1 second. It's a little bit hard to do it on camera, and it takes no time when you do it in real life. So there we go. We have the watch, or the LG G watch, with the Gear Live's band, and now let's put the G watch's bands onto the Gear Live. Now this is, of course, is going to be a little bit different because the gear is designed, so it's going to change the whole look of the gear, and not exactly in a bad way. So for this one, we're going to need the little screwdriver because you actually want to put the rod inside to one of the sides, right? And let's see if I can get this. For some reason, when I'm on camera here, it's very difficult to do. So there we go, it's in one side, and now for the other side you actually want to use the screwdriver to grab again one of the little rings and push those in all the way until you can, fit it in there, and it's extremely difficult on camera. Alright, so there we go, we got one of the bands on here, and we're going to go ahead and try to put on the other one. Now when you do this, if you do it, I do recommend that you just take it slow and not try to force any of the rods to go into the holes when you're using the screwdriver, because you might mess up and just scratch the watch. And you can see here I'm having a little bit of trouble because I can't really see where the hole is through the camera, but yeah, it's not as difficult as I make it look here in the video because I am looking through the camera. It's a little bit difficult, but let's see if I can get it in right now. And I might be scratching the watch right here. There we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, and there is the second watch band, and you can see kind of how they look with each other's watch bands. You can really see the significant design change that goes on when you change the watch band on the Gear Live. And actually I did this right before, and it makes the Gear Live 100 times more comfortable when you switch the bands, because I don't know, for some reason it even feels almost as comfortable, if not more comfortable, than the LG G watch when it has these bands. Now vice versa, when the LG G watch has the Gear Live's bands, it is quite uncomfortable and it ruins the whole experience. It's actually it might be even more uncomfortable than the Gear Live with these bands. So yeah, that's how these look, and if you want to see how the Gear Live looks on your hand with this watch band, there it is. It makes it extremely comfortable, and I really recommend that if you're getting a Gear Live to look into switching the actual band on the watch, because this makes it just feel like a completely different watch, and it actually doesn't look even all that bad. You have this little gap right there, but that's pretty much it. When on this one, if we check this out, you can see that it just doesn't really work. This cuts off right there, and it just ends up looking horrible. So yeah, I don't recommend doing this to the G Watch, but I do recommend doing this to the Gear Live. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to comment. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at @dargadgets, where I post all my videos and stuff when they're uploaded. Aside from that, make sure to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for future videos. And yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.